So, in his 15th address on Ghana's fight against coronavirus, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo announced that the number of persons at events, now we don't have any cap on it, but the event shouldn't exceed 2 hours. Metia na say, hey, anyway, the event organizers are best because they've been complaining about the effect of the coronavirus on their pockets because we were unable to hold events. We could hold events with 100 people, then it came to 200, and now there is no seating. But we spoke to George Quay on event organizing, especially awards, knowing that some of these events will be doing virtual and all that. George Quay thinks that this could be offering us an opportunity because maybe, just maybe, we spend too much time at our events, and so 2 hours we could make do with it. And now, a sigh of relief, I think.
Is it?
Is it? Is not?
No, it's not. I think because when you listen to the president carefully, he doesn't come out to say that you can do events like our kind of events. You get it? It's an open conversation when it comes to the numbers. The numbers I think was linked to the churches. You know, so for them it's open. Now they know they can go to church, but they can't be in the church room auditorium for more than 2 hours. You need to open your windows and ventilate and all those things that you have to do. But for us, it's not really clear. I think nightclubs and stuff are still closed. Yeah, and beaches are still shut down. So it's not really clear. So for every event person right now, you are in two minds, whether to take the risk to do it or to wait and hear an official declaration by the president that people in the tourism sector can do blah blah. But don't forget, I know that he has opened up the tourist centers like Kakums and all those places. I said people can go and visit and all those ones. But with regards to like major concerts and awards, you know, where venues like the Dome, Conference Center, the beaches that will carry about 2,000, 3,000 people, it's not clear yet. It's not clear yet.
Said you can do with strict adherence to social distancing.
Yeah, but he didn't say go ahead and do. You know, listen. If he made it clear with the churches, first he said people between 0 to 100 at the church, an hour each can have a service. Now he comes back to say 200 over now 2 hours, but you can have your service and then adhere to all social whatever protocols that comes with the COVID-19 thing. But for us, he hasn't made it clear. He's still shutting down. At one point, he says the pubs should shut down and open whatever should be opened. At one point, he's saying tourist centers have been opened, but he's not giving us a clear indication of what we should do. And I was expecting the tourism, the Ghana Tourism Authority people and the Creative Arts ministry to come out with a statement that says, okay, from what the president said, this is what we can also do. You can have your event, you can have your A, you can have your B, you can have your C. You know, earlier on with the 100 people, they came out to say that we could do our events in hundreds, like the president said, it covers us as well. But this one, they haven't said anything. You know, so you pass by some pubs, it's closed down, some pubs are open. You go to like Purple and things over the weekend, it's jammed packed. It's like there's no social media, social distancing, respect and all those things. So it's not too clear. So if you're an events person like myself who wants to do a 3,000, 4,000 seater, you are thinking in your head because 200 people or 300 people at your event, it won't give you the revenue to cut down on your expenses. You understand? So yes, it's good news, but it's not too clear. So I feel that maybe VGMA wants to adhere to a certain 100 people or 150 or 200 people. That's how come they announce their date. But for concerts and other events, like big shows in the country, it's not too clear. So I wouldn't be jubilating yet.
Arnold.
Well, I slightly disagree with the clarity of what the president said. For me, I think they were clear enough, whichever language fits. The confusion is the event organizers. You see, they used to be accustomed to a certain procedure. There have been challenges, and there's a new wave. They are very clear on what the president is saying, but they are confused as to how they are going to go about the new, wave. Because like a year ago, we're doing our events without any restriction. Here we are facing COVID-19. There's been restrictions, lockdown restrictions, blah, 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 blah. And so the event organizer or the pub owner sits there and say, would it be economically viable for me to open my pub? Will it work for me if I go ahead and do my event with all these restrictions? 2-hour duration. This also a number of people. You understand? So it's not about the clarity of what the president is saying. It's the confusion in the minds of the event organizers, these pub owners and whatever. You understand? They are not too sure if indeed, if they go ahead and open their business again, they will survive. For the president, he's already, I mean, come on, we pay critical attention to everything he says. After he makes his delivery, you know how they do. They actually take artworks. So as for the clarity, there's no dispute about the clarity. The problem is you, the pub owner, you, the event organizer, you, whatever you own, you're not sure how to go about it. Because if previously I was doing a no restriction kind of event, and now they are telling me to do 2 hours, how can I do a concert within a duration of 2 hours?
Is it not possible?
It is possible, but you see, that is where probably Nanaya got it wrong. Now I need to figure out how I can manage within this 2-hour period. And so if I do my analysis and to not help me, what do I do? Would I go ahead and do it? That is why probably he sees some pubs closed. Because maybe the pub owner has done his analysis and he's figured that, listen, if I consider the cost of doing that electricity and blah, 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 and I'm supposed to be engaging only 100 people, I might not recoup. So I might as well do what? Wait. So it has little to do with the clarity. It has to do with the analysis that these owners do. And they realize that, listen, it will not help me if I open now. However, for those of them who have opened and are engaging their customers, probably they've done their analysis. They've done their empirical and they feel that, listen, I can still break even or do well in the business. And that's why they are open. But regards to clarity, there's no dispute. You see, let's look at where we are coming from. Mind you, the COVID is still around. So let's not pretend as if it's gone. It's still here. And I keep saying that we should give the presidency, the government, some benefits of the doubt. Because before they come out with any announcement, I am sure they do their thorough research. They engage whoever they have to engage before they come out and give out their speeches. And so we need to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure they did their homework to actually come out and say, we are giving you some relief with regard to the restrictions. For me, I think it's good news because we are coming from a total lockdown to a point where you can actually go ahead and do your event, but within a certain or within some little restriction with regard to number of hours you need to do it, the number of people you need to engage. So for me, I think it's good news. It's better than nothing. Yeah.
In an event that you're organizing, let's say an award scheme, an awards event.
Yes.
How can you execute it within the 2 hours?
Amantepa, over the period prior to COVID-19, what was the major complaint with regards to event? Time. Every time we are complaining about the fact that either it doesn't start early, it closes late. That's been the major complaint when it comes to our event. Could we also not use this to shape ourselves with regards to timing when it comes to our event? Because under normal circumstance, when you watch the BETs and the Grammys on television, how many hours do they last?
Because it's scarcity.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So can we not shape using this directive and shape how we do our event within time? Everybody does his event within a specific time.
Yes.
And then he's done. So somebody can say, okay, if the complaint over the years has been timing, let me try how to do an event within this 2 hour period and see how it works. So it depends on you. For me, I think it's manageable, it's doable.
I'm trying to find the president.
You are still wondering about the clarity.
Listen, if as an event organizer, right, you're going to spend 10,000 to pull together an event production-wise, and you announce tickets. You can't say you're announcing tickets to 100 or 200 people, right? So if you open the ticket and you announce right now, and Arnold sits on UTV and says, "Oh, show me about something, got a ticket." Numbers need to be abroad. You get what I'm trying to say? So I get his point when he says that event organizers are not able to find out how to go out or maneuver their way around the restrictions. But you see, with the churches and things, it's clear. Oh, and that's me. They don't know. He's able to mention and say that however, beaches, pubs, and nightclubs remain closed, and these are major points of our industry.
Some. But so I see event conferences can go on.
Yes.
See, the event is talking about weddings.
Why can it be
event? Why you say wedding?
Wedding event.
No, but say you say event.
But the wedding event.
No, you say event.
Yeah, no.
So if you are an organizer and then you want to do a comedy show, are you saying you can't do it?
Event.
It's an event.
That's why I said that. I expect the GTA to come out and help
and break it down.
Yeah, because earlier when they did it with the church, the 100 people, they did it. They said that A, B, C, but please stay within the protocols.
Yeah, okay.
So if they come out and they say it, for instance, our biggest social media awards is done. We need to go out and do the experiential part of it. It's even because you are not guaranteed of the number. It's 5,000, it's 4,000, it's 3,000. And so yeah, social distancing. And he said if they come out to tell us, okay, events now presidents can, and now class no kind say mama one night club ni bitches mama be to be a program there yen program no wa say yen nipa do say and I be yen say ne pon 2 hours it makes me because every man is can.
Okay, right.